Tell me something. Are you the kind of individual that finds humor in any and everything? Well, with the brain injury now, it's like you can laugh at any and anything. Oh, Astra the bottle. If this is something that's happened to you, stick around and we'll have this discussion. My name's Astra and welcome to Astra's Brain Injury. For my returning users, subscribers I should say, welcome. And for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome, and I hope you all subscribe. So when my brain injury began, I can tell you that I could laugh at anything. It's like my emotions, not emotions, yeah, well, I guess, was not being regulated correctly. You can me say, Astra, pass me the pen, and I could burst out laughing. Oh, Astra, did you want to go this way? And I begin to cry. I was a hot mess in that sense. And so, and this is where I would tell you, if I was laughing, my laugh is going to be laughing, laughing, laughing. Like I would laugh until I'm crying kind of thing. Because my brain injury, I don't know if I want to say the words that, I would laugh. Say, for instance, you would laugh from here to here. But with my brain injury, I would laugh from here to here. So it takes me that extra step, so to speak. And I could just, I could just laugh really at anything. I mean, you might look at me sideways and I could begin to laugh. You can, it doesn't matter. I could just laugh. Like I could find humor in anything now, more so, but after my brain injury than before my brain injury. Mind you, I love a good laugh before my brain injury, but it seems like my laugh is even more after my brain injury. And, people say, oh, she's such a happy person. Yes, I was. Before my brain injury, oh, yes. You can say that. I'm like, oh, yes, that's true. I was a happy individual. I'm still a happy individual now. But the thing is, as I say, that humor that I have now, it goes an extra step. It's an extra ha 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 ha. You would just laugh and say ha 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 ha. But mine is gonna be ha 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 kind of a thing, And so, I mean, I'm happy that I'm a happy individual. I'm happy that I could laugh because, if you're not laughing, you're going to be just bawling, and I don't want to be bawling like that. But again, like I said, my emotions still it's not as bad as it was when I first began. And now that I'm, in my 11th year, instead of it being all the way up here, it's, it's still up there, but it's come down some. And so I'm able to still find humor in anything. Like you'd be like, oh, as I told y'all, I could be losing my mind. And my mother would turn to me and say, well, if you drop, where you feel you going? And that would make me laugh. Like, I don't know what it is, but it would begin to make me laugh. Like, I can tell you, I'm laughing now just thinking about it. It was hot. And so my son was here, shaking his t-shirt, and he was telling me, I'm sorry, I'm just laughing. It's causing me to laugh. And the thing is, he was shaking his t-shirt. He was saying something about long as I, his shirt is sticking to him. And I was just laughing. And So if he saw that I was sad, he would turn around and start doing this and begin to say, and I just begin to laugh. So it, in that sense, it could take you out of being, oh my goodness, I'm just going to bawl now. And when that happens, and they say these things or do that thing, and it just snaps you out and brings you into laughter. Well, for me, that's what it does. And so my son was just like, he's like looking at me like, what you talking about, Willis? Why are you laughing at that? And I'm like, I don't know. It's just funny for me, And so with my brain injury, just little things can make you laugh. Just little things. And so the little thing, I mean, I'm happy that I'm not, just all the time. I'm really happy because that's not my personality, but I'm happy in the sense that I could laugh over here. As I said, just even thinking about him just doing this with his t-shirt just makes me laugh, and it begins to make me smile. And as I said, if I was having an argument or I'm telling them I'm about to lose my natural mind, and they're going to turn around and say to me, well, if you drop down where you feel you're going, and it's going to make me laugh. And it snaps me out of being, I'm about to lose my natural mind, and brings me into a laughter. And so I'm curious to know, has this happened to any of y'all out there? Have you experienced this kind of a thing where, something will just, I'm giving an example. Oh, pass me the pen. So, and you begin to laugh. Like, I'm curious to know if that has ever happened to you. And mind you, I'm only just using this as an example. It could be whatever example it is that it is for y'all. I'm curious to know, because these kind of things did not happen for me until after my brain injury. And now that, I'm in my 11th year, it's still there. And, it still works for me. Like I said, my son was just, and you would be thinking like, what is the humor in that? Where you just, fanning your t-shirt, what's the humor in that? But it happens. And this is something that I find that since my brain injury has happened to me, and I can't explain it, y'all. I can't. I'm just curious to know if there is anyone else out there like me who's experienced this, because this is a phenomenon for me. Trust that. It is a phenomenon for me. I'm not mad at it. I appreciate it, because as I said, when I just feel like, I'm so sad today. And they could say that, do that, or whatever it is, one of these things, and it just snaps me out of it. And next thing you know, I'm laughing. And I mean, it's good because, as I said, I've been there, done that, where, you will head down a slippery slope, because when you see everything around you, how you are, and, you're not the where you were before, and all these kind of different things. It is, I don't want to say it's the person, but it drags you down is what it does, because you're not who you were, and I wasn't who I was. And so, I've been there where you feel like you're going down, but it was a battle. It was a battle, y'all. It really was a battle. But like I said, my family knows. And, my children, they know that, if they did this, that they saw their mother was just laughing so much on, they do that or say that, and there it is, I'm laughing again, so as I said, I'm curious to know if any of y'all have experienced this with your brain injury, or if you've experienced it. I'm just curious to know, really. So, I shall take my leave, and as I said, let me know if this is something that has happened to y'all, and we can compare. I would love to. And you say, oh, okay, I have this situation, and this is what, makes me laugh and whatnot. Or you can be like, oh, well, when I'm stepped down with my left foot, I find this is what's making me laugh. Like, I'm just curious to know, really curious to know. So anyways, I will take my leave now, y'all. And please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit that notification bell, and I'll definitely see y'all in the next video. And with that, I shall take my leave, and take care, y'all. Okay, bye.